start off tonight with more on last week's top story. Former President Mubarak had the good reason to fear for the stability of his regime. Social media has become a powerful tool of insurgency, most recently in the multiple revolutions in the Middle East, and most evidently in Tunisia. Before Hosni Mubarak shut down the internet of Egypt, tweets had spread the seeds of revolution throughout Tunisia. Although the Tunisian government had clamped down on many forms of media within its country, it did not understand the internet well enough to censor social media such as Twitter and Facebook. These sites became the crossroads of the exchange of information of the self-immolation of a poor fruit merchant named Mohamed Bouazizi. On December 17, 2010, Mohamed Bouazizi doused himself in combustibles and lit himself on fire in protest of being refused an audience with local municipality officials. Tweets following the hashtags related to this event multiplied the general discontent of the Tunisian people and led to the December ousting of Tunisia's president. What normally would have been a repressed event in Tunisia became a region-wide symbol of defiance and an inspiration for the victims of oppression. Yemen, Jordan, and Algeria had similar experiences in their recent revolts against tyrannical rule. It should have come as no surprise, then, that Mubarak would try to power down the internet and every other potential outside influence on his people. Truth is always the monopoly of the regime in authoritarian societies. Democracies, however, embrace libertarianism, the notion that people can reason their way to right conclusions, that people are capable of governing themselves, given the free flow of information and ideas. Another major factor in seeding revolutionary sentiments in these countries was the information leaked by WikiLeaks concerning the interior of the Tunisian government. WikiLeaks released cables from the U.S. Department of State's Bureau of Near Eastern Affairs and the Tunisian embassy that showed just how lavish a lifestyle Tunisia's president and his son were leading at the expense of their poor country. This fueled users of Facebook to like events supporting revolution and tweet to the rest of the world their views, further amplifying the polarized general opinion. While social media within Tunisia seeded its own revolution, all users of Twitter and Facebook created what UMBC Assistant Professor of Anthropology and Techno-Social Theorist Zeynep Tufekci called a parallel public sphere that is hard to censor outside Tunisia. This parallel sphere spurred the involvement of the group known as Anonymous, that has issued the following threatening statement to the government of Egypt as a part of Operation Egypt.
Dear citizens of the world, Anonymous cannot and will not stand idly while people are being denied their basic rights and human liberties. Yet there are still a lot of governments worldwide who fail to even aspire to the standard of freedom that was set by the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. These governments believe they have the right and privilege to impose upon their own people an official version of reality which is not in any way tempered by the truths of everyday life under which its citizens are living. Anonymous believes this is an outright crime which cannot go unpunished. The Egyptian people are living under inhumane conditions, being denied their basic rights to freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of association, and the free access to information. By imposing censorship upon its own people and condemning these freedoms, the Egyptian government has revealed itself to be criminal and has made itself an enemy of Anonymous. To the Egyptian government, Anonymous challenges all those who are involved in censorship. Anonymous wants you to offer free access to uncensored media in your entire country. When you ignore this message, not only will we attack your government websites, Anonymous will also make sure that the international media sees the horrid reality you impose upon your people. Anonymous will not spare anybody who supports this suppression. It is in the hands of the Egyptian government to end this. Continue your repression, and you will be subject to civil protest. Lend an ear to the claim of freedom from your people, and the hostilities will cease. To the Egyptian people, we stand together and united against this oppression. This struggle is not just for you alone, but for the whole of humankind. Citizens can no longer endure their government's abuse. When forced by the threat of oppression, we will be loud as hell, and when the people roar, it will send shivers down the spines of all of those who stifle our freedom and take our precious liberties away. Anonymous are your brothers and sisters, your sons and daughters, your parents and your friends, regardless of age, gender, race, religion, ethnicity, or place of birth. Anonymous is you. You will not be denied your right to free speech, free press, free association, and your universal right to freely access information, both in real life and through the internet. Join us on the IRC. Join us in this battle for freedom of information worldwide. For as Khalil Gibran once said, life without freedom is like a body without a soul, and freedom without thought is like a confused spirit. Life, freedom, and thought are three in one, and are everlasting and shall never pass away. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
Among some of the now non-working Egyptian government websites are the Tunisian Stock Exchange, the Tunisian Foreign Relations website, the official webpage of the Tunisian Presidency, and presidential election site. Although it is not possible to confirm that Anonymous is responsible, it is certain that the manner in which these sites were taken down was similar to the anonymous DDoS attack on Amazon.com and MasterCard.com last year. In this age of information where well-kept secrets are increasingly rare, and the dissemination of ideas is almost uniform, the repercussions of these recent revolutions in the Middle East are wider-reaching than any of us can imagine. For more on this Tunisian revolt, follow Twitter hashtags CityBouzid and Jasmine Revolt. Another revolution in the internet occurred this week. The internet, in its current version, now has a well-defined edge. The addressing protocol called IPv4 used up the last of its approximately 4.3 billion IP addresses sometime this week. Software will transition to the newest version of the same addressing protocol, IPv6, which has instead of 32 bits for addressing, 128 bits for addressing. Martin Levy of Hurricane Electric says this will be more than 4 quadrillion addresses for every star in the observable universe. The hope for this new version of the internet addressing is for a return to the principle of end-to-end connectivity, of what the economists called the internet's founding fathers. This is to say that a network of computers where communication between two on the net is not filtered or changed in any way along the communication, and each packet of data is treated equally. On campus this week, the Student Organization Showcase drew many visitors to Panther Plaza, with the sleek Ford Mustang from the Customized Car Club at the center of the plaza. Clubs who attended included Campus Activity Board, FIT Society of Science Fiction and Fantasy, FIT Ultimate Frisbee Club, Alpha Tau Omega, Chi-Fi, the Active Minds Club, and the Oxford Group. Tomorrow, Fraternity Delta Tau Delta is holding its second annual car show. Each year, as a fundraiser for their Relay of Life team, the Iota Z chapter of Delta Tau Delta runs a classic and modern car show. Awards for Best in Show, Best Classic Car, Best Modern Car are awarded. The show starts at 12 p.m. and goes until 4. As for us at FIT News, I'm Luke Farrell. So long.